Hey everybody, it's Pam from Nana's Crafting Cottage. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to start this little shabby chic journal project that is made with some vintage hymnal pages. And I got the books, I got several of them at some yard sales a few weeks ago. So I saw this project and thought it would be perfect to use some of these pages. So let's get started. First of all, you don't need any particular book pages, just whatever you have available. If it's music, great. If it's not, great. Just whatever you have. Now, these pages are, I've cut them down, I believe. I took a little bit of the extra border here off. I made them all the same. And I put this one together. It is 7.5, and I just tore them out and just left the other edges by 5 3/4. But you can make them whatever size. That's just what these ended up being. And then I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages out. You can have whatever amount of pages you want. And I just layered them like this. Just layered them down. Layered them down. And then what I did is I folded it directly in half. So you have this waterfall effect, and that's what this is a waterfall, mini waterfall journal, I guess is what I want to call it. So it goes here, and then it starts again and goes like this. And then we'll decorate the pages, and it'll be a small shabby chic journal. So I got a few pages in here that I wanted to put pockets in. So I have these vintage doilies, and they're kind of stained here and there, which is perfect. And I'll put those in as a pocket there, and I put one there. I just cut my doily so that I had at least a couple of those just to get started. And then I did find this in my stash. It's a long piece here. It's a border that's been cut off of something. And so I just used a piece of that here to put on the outside. But to put it together, I just stitched it like a 3-hole pamphlet stitch is what I used, and here's the knot, and it came through perfectly here, and I just used wax thread on there. So yeah, I thought we'd start on this project. So the last video I started my Kyrie folio for Paperomia. This one is just for me. This one's just for fun, and I thought I would alternate one day on Kyrie, one day on this. And I'm sure we'll finish this before the other one, but we'll just start out and see how it goes. So I cut this piece of fabric or border or whatever it is, really, where it came from, so that it covers most of the front here, except for a little bit, but I think I'm going to move it just a little bit back, and it'll cover all but about 1.5 inches or so on the back. And then I had planned on putting some lace on it. Let's see, I have this bag that I have everything in for it, all my laces, and not really laces, but all my ribbons and such, my sari ribbon, sari silk, And then I do have this bowl that has a bunch of stuff in it too. And it's having the same color palette as the other Shabby Chic project, the Kyrie. There's butterflies, there's different laces in here, doily. I didn't know what I was going to use, and just bits and pieces here. This one I think I'll use in the Kyrie one because I think that would be perfect, but this is for both. And I was looking at some lace for this, and I thought I had kept it out, but I think I just looked at it and then put it back. So, and I think it was this one right here. And some of these are stuff that I have had for quite a while. I got quite a while back. Some are vintage, some are not. They just look vintage. And so, yeah, I just thought, well, this would be perfect to use on here. And let me move this dish out of here. So how is everybody? I'm finally getting my act together, kind of coming out of a funk. So, yeah. So I wanted to do something like this, and then I also thought too that I could do some sari silk instead. And this is some seam binding, crinkled seam binding from my scrap cabin. And so I could also put it like that too. I think that would be kind of pretty. But I wanted to get each page inked up instead of doing it instead of doing it all at once. I just want to do a page at a time. Let me get that out. So I'm going to start with that, just a little bit, not a whole lot. It's not going to be grungy, it's going to be shabby chic. And I don't know that I've done shabby chic before. I know how to do it, I've just never done it. I've done vintage, just straight vintage, and grungy vintage, but I've never done the shabby chic projects. I don't know why, I just haven't. So, I don't know. Oh, I want to do the back too, because I do want to put the cover piece on here to get started on it. And I liked this rough edge, so I just stayed with it. Just tore them out, put them all the same direction, so the rough edges are all up here. And that's about as far as I got. Okay, so we'll get this inked up on the outside here. Alright. Alright. Now I want to get my Fabrifix out and figure out where I want to put this. I was kind of playing with it for a while and thought, well, I think I know about where I want to put it, and I think it's right about here, because I do want to put either some crinkle ribbon, sari silk, lace, something over this. So let's just get this put down and go from there. How's that? I saw this on another channel, and I'm trying to remember the gal's name. And I will look it up, and if I can figure it out, then I will add her link in the description box below. And it wasn't really a tutorial per se, it was just a share of what she did on hers, and then I just watched it and then just took it from there on my own. So it's not necessarily a tutorial. She just shared what she had done and how she decorated it and such. But it's a very easy project. Not a whole lot of sewing except to just put it together. Just mainly, you know, figure out what size you want and then make it any old way you want. I just happen to want to do it in Shabby Chic. She had hers in Shabby Chic and I fell in love with it, and I thought, well, why don't I do more of that? But there's a lot of people out there that do Shabby Chic probably a whole lot better than I do. And one of them is Chic, her channel, Happiness and Crafting. And she's very good. She's all Shabby Chic. Everything she does. And she does a beautiful job. Okay, so put that cover on. So, yeah, I like that. Now, I want to go ahead and put this in as a pocket because I do have various kits from different Etsy shops that I have printed out the Shabby Chic, you know, ephemera for this. So there's going to be all sorts of things in here. Pockets, tags, all sorts of decorating and so forth. It's not going to be a fat journal. It's just going to be thin and pretty is the way I want it. So let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this. So I want to get this inked on this page so I can put this pocket down. She had hers done up so pretty with the different laces and doilies and ribbons and all kinds of fun things. So there's the front, and then I wanted the stain right here. I wanted that. So I'm going to, let me get my paper out here. This is just Amazon packaging that I'm using over and over again. That's what I have a lot of. Because yeah, we do buy a lot of stuff from Amazon. I know I do. And so the wrapping type packaging that they put inside your package to, you know, keep it from banging around in a box or whatever, I save all of that. I've got a lot of it. Okay, let me get the tweezers and place that right there. Perfect. Get a paper towel here. Oops. Bring it out. So this is just going to be a laid back kind of tutorial, and not necessarily really a tutorial, but I just wanted to come out and share this with you. Okay, so we'll let that rest and dry, and I want to figure out the lace that I want to put on the front here. I didn't particularly care for this part, but I wanted some And I know I pulled that one piece out, but I'm just not sure about it. And I just stuffed a whole bunch of various things in this bag. Particularly happy with that. Kind of too scruffy looking. See some here that will probably be perfect. Kind of an ecru color. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, I like that. Figure out the right side and wrong side. That's always the hardest part on these. And this has been trimmed from something else at some point. I don't know if it was me or where I got it from, or I don't know. Don't know. Okay, I like that, but then it needs something else, doesn't it? It does. Let's get some sari silk out. Small piece there. I have my stuff all in a bag here to keep it together since I'm working on two different projects. I have stuff in one bag, I have stuff in another, and I got some clear and some colored package type things that snap, and so I've been putting stuff in there too. Okay. Nope, that ain't doing it for me. Okay, well, I've got some pearls here. That might be the ticket. Oh, I see. This is a strand. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That. That. Okay. I gotta get some other pearls out. Now I know I do want this lace on here, so I'm gonna trim it. There. All right. Let's move that out of the way. Okay. Ooh, I like that. That is really pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. But I think on this lighter thin lace, I'm going to use my art glitter glue. And I'm just going to put it on here. Now I want the scalloped edge over the edge. So I want to do it like that, and then I'm going to press it down. And that way it shouldn't go anywhere because it is thin, and the art glitter glue does hold thin lace very well. I don't have to use the Fabrifix or anything on it. And I want the scalloped edge over the edge like that. Ciao, ciao. Okay, and this will dry clear, so that will work perfect there. Okay, so it's kind of scruffy looking, which is fine. I don't have it glued to the next page, but I do have it over the edge. Okay. Now, I do want to use the Fix on these bows. And I may put a little vintage picture or something there. I'm kind of saving that part. I don't know exactly what I will do there. I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. I have not planned anything other than what I've already put down. So there you go. We're just having fun. Don't stop on me now. It leaned down, so do its thing. Okay, what's that bow? I love those bows, they're so cute. I got these on Amazon a while back. I had a bunch and then I ran out of a certain color, and this was the closest color I could get to what I had before. So, okay. I don't know about you, but I get a lot of my craft items on Amazon. I mean, why not? Okay, so there is that front. Now, like I said, I've got some vintage photos that I would like to put on the front. I haven't picked one out, so I will come back to that. And we got this pocket in here, so that will hold like a, you know, a thick tag or whatever. Let's go ahead and put this pocket down too. And I'll get that inked up. And I'm just using my vintage photo for this to ink it up. It's just something light. I have my tea dye ink out too, but I thought it would be just a little bit too light for my liking for this project. But it's just whatever you decide to do. It's your project. And I wanted to ink each thing as I got to it so that it's not such a big daunting task to get it all inked all at once. Okay, there we go. Now there's the front. Make sure I'm not doing it upside down. It's been known to happen. Okay. Use my Fix. Get these out of the way. I had to clear my desk and get out just what I was working on because it was driving me crazy. I had too many things going on all at once, and that's probably what part of my problem was there for a while. It was very daunting. Hang on. Get the Fix put on here. I love this glue. It is really good. It doesn't gum up or anything, so. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me, please. Okay. There we go. And I was doing the 50 stack challenge with Crafty Cat, and then I just hit a block. And I needed to do something different. So that's why I am not doing it for now. I'll probably pick it up again later, but yeah, just all of a sudden I was going great guns, and then you get going real heavy and busy and everything, and then all of a sudden, boom, it just kind of hit me. And so I needed to take some time and get through that. It wasn't fun, but I managed to get over it, or get through it. Let's put it that way. Not completely get over it, but through it. Okay, let me move that out of the way. Okay, so we have that so far. I'd really like to put some kind of pearls or something on here. And I also have these little roses like that. So I'm trying to figure out which one do I want to do. I like those roses. They're a real pretty pastel, and they add a little bit of color. What do you think? I think it's pretty. I think I'll add those now so I don't dance around and think about it and then not do it. I do have a tendency to do that, so let's just get it done. And then I'll choose a photo of some sort for the front. I think that's what I'll do anyway. I have to think about it. I haven't even thought about it. Not yet. Press these down real good. Get through the lace. Yeah. That is pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty. Okay, so there's the pocket, and then there's another pocket there. I haven't even gotten back here, but I just wanted to come out and start this with you. And I'm going to call it my Waterfall mini journal. And I'll put a playlist starting with this, and I'll put this video in that playlist so we can continue on. Okay, I'm going to call it good for today, guys. And if you have any questions, please leave me a message. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate your subscription. And then you'll know, and hit the notification bell so that you'll know when my videos come out. Okay, guys, I will see you next time around. Bye.